Okay, hello everybody. This is Caspar from NovaStar. So welcome to the NovaStar's online presentation. Okay, so today I'm going to introduce you guys our cloud-based monitoring and operation platform VNNOX Care, which has recently undergone some major updates. So in this session, we will first give a brief overview of what VNNOX Care is, then move on to a live demonstration of some key operations. And in the end, we will have some time for a Q&A session. So during the presentation, please feel free to type your questions in the chat box at any time. We will address them all together at the end. Okay, so let's get started. So first, let me give you the brief introduction of what VNNOX Care is. So VNNOX Care is the world's largest LED cloud service up to now. Okay, so it contains mainly 5 parts. Like it can cover all the link, which means the whole link for your LED business. So as you can see from the pre-sale, you can do the project solution for yourself for your project. And then you can also use that on the installation, which means you can use it on the on-site. And also for the after sale, we can have some maintenance for your LED screen. And what's more, we have the AI assistant on that. You can finish your project and to solve your problem really, really quickly. And after that, we also have the open platform. So for some of our customers, they want to do some, third-party development. Okay, so up to now, we already have 280,000 registered users on the VNNOX Care. And also, we already have 720,000 times operation and the maintenance. So, which means it is a really big and popular platform, a cloud platform in our NovaStar. And what's more, we already have 1.8 million LED display has bind on our VNNOX Care. So now it's something details. So first, it's for the pre-sale. Just as I said before, we can use our VNNOX Care platform for some pre-sale operations, just like how to say, if you want to have a brand new project, you need to have the solution. So in the past, we need to use some really traditional methods to do the solution. But now in here, we have a really handy tool called project solution. You can use this project solution to create your own solution. Just like everything is by yourself and it's really user friendly, easy to use. And after that, it's something about the maintenance. As we all know that to maintain your LED screen can cost a lot. Just like you need to always keep an eye on your LED screen to check if there is problem or something. And when some issues occur, you need to send someone to the on-site. You need to check what kind of problem is that. And just as I said before, it costs a lot. But now with the VNNOX Care platform, you can do them all remotely, which means we can save a lot of time, save a lot of money, and also some labors. So we can check the problems on. We can check the problem from the from remote. Like we can have the real-time monitoring on our VNNOX Care, and what's more, when we locate the problem, we can have some functions to do a one-click fault diagnosis. So it will let you know more about the problem. Then you can do more analysis. It can make everything really effective than before. And for the last things is the open platform. we have a lot of customers. They want to maybe they have their own platform, but they want to combine both, like their platform and our VNNOX Care. So in that case, you can use the open API to combine them at one, so we can communicate from your software to our platform. It is really easy to do that. And we already have a lot of successful cases in here. Like some of our customers, they think VNNOX Care is really convenient and it's popular for them. So they're really willing to use our VNNOX Care, just like here, all the cases shows you guys. So next, let's go to check some details on our VNNOX Care platform. Okay, so as you can see now, this is the main interface of the VNNOX Care. So you can see on the left side here is a navigation bar. So we basically have five main parts. So the first one is called screen operation and management, which means in here you can have all the information of your screens. And besides, you can check everything in detail, and also you will know all the rules templates in here. And the second one is called project solutions. So this is the handy tool I mentioned before. So with this project solution, you can do your solution like all by yourself. And next one is called file center. So, which means this is something like a drive. You can have your own file in here, and what's more, you can find our file, like the file for the RCFGX file, like the file for the firmware upgrading. Just like this one, it's called configuration files. You can find all the configuration files like already registered in here. And next one is called permissions. So this is just like a management for your account. Like you can have some sub accounts and you can manage them like all together. So the last one is called system. In here you will have some personal settings. So it all depends on you. Okay, so now let's take a look at them one by one. So first one is the screen operation and the management. So the first part is the dashboard. As you can see here, it's like an overview of all the information. We will have some basic information like the one maybe you need more in here. So just like in this corner, we will see all of your screens. And here we'll give you the working status of your screen, like it is normal or faulty, offline or risky. When it's faulty or risky, maybe you need to pay more attention to the screen because maybe there is some issues you need to check out. And the next, it's some other information like the screens added per month. So here you will see all the screen you add on the VNNOX Care. And also here it's the same. And on this part here shows the running time of your screen, like how many days it has been working. And also it's the alarms. So just like I mentioned, on the VNNOX Care, we will like have the remote monitoring function. So in here, it will give you all the alarms, like the risky problem. So you can check them at the first, and to decide if you're go deep to check all this problem or something else. So the last things it's in the below. So here we'll show some pictures of your screen. So which means we support you to add some camera on your screen so you can check them better. Okay, so here it's an overview. Then we can go to some details. Like in here, my screens. So all of your screens will be listed in this part, and you can check them randomly really easy. Just like I can just click this one. So let's say you want to check this one. So you will get into another interface. So this is all the detailed information of the screen. We will have another navigation bar on here. So they are monitoring, so some alarms, and then alarms history. You will check all. You can see all the history of the alarm, and then it's the diagnosis. So you can run the diagnosis like remotely, and assets. So here it's something about your screen, like the RCFGX file, like the backup file, like other accessories. You can all list them here. And the last one is the logs. So you can have many different kinds of logs in here. So you can get them from also remotely. You don't have to go to on-site. Okay, now let's back to the monitoring. So the first thing is the system overview. So as you can see, you will have some basic information like what is the name of the screen and what is the location and what is the time zone. And after that, you can see the system topology, like what kind of controller is used and how it's a screen. Like in here, you can check now it's a T60, it's in used, and the version is 5.00 and something. And also here we'll tell you like the working status of this system. Like you can see the controller now is normal, but the screen is risky. So which means there might be some issues on the receiving card. So maybe we need to check later. And then we can move on. So here we'll show you all the alarms, like what kind of problem might occurs on here. And besides that, here we have some new functions. It's called the screen control and the controller control. So which means you can have some quick settings and operations in here. Like, okay, we can check them one by one. Like this one is called screen status control. So if you click them, you can make this screen show something, display something normally, or you can make the screen show a black pattern. So let's give you an example. Now you have a screen. Somehow it just broken. You don't know what is the reason, and it shows something really wrong, and you want to stop the screen. So you can use this function to make the screen become black. And what's more, you can also adjust the brightness. It's really easy. And also you can send the configuration file. Just as I said, the configuration file could be sent, could be loaded and saved in our platform also. So it's really easy to send them remotely. And also you can recover them via backup file. So sometimes there might be some tricky issue you cannot solve them completely. So you can use the backup file to recover the whole system back to the normal situation. Like you can use this function. And also, you can obtain the backup file. Let's say now you have a screen, it has been working for like 10 years, and all the backup file, they're really old, they're not suitable for the screen now. You want to make something new. Okay, then you can obtain this backup file and do some analysis and to renew it. And for the last one, you can also do the firmware upgrading for the receiving cards really, really quick. Okay, so this is something for your screen, which means also for your receiving card. And also you can do something to the controller. So also you can upgrade the controller, but here it's grayed out, and that is because this controller is on the latest version already. And also you can restart them and synchronize the time. Like all can be done in here by remotely methods. It's really convenient. Okay, after that, we need to check some details information like in here. Now, just as said, maybe there's some problem on your screen, then we need to check the situation of the screen. So in here, we have 4 dimensions like health, receiving card, monitoring card, and the module. So first, we can check the health. So in here, this interface is really easy to understand. Like here, will shows all the receiving cards, and also you can see how they connect with each other. And when you put the cursor on the receiving card, you can have some details information, like the Ethernet port status. Like you can see here shows normal, and some informations of the receiving cards, like the mode now it's E8S and what is a version for the FPGA and the MCU, and also the working status. And all of these information are really useful when the technician do the troubleshooting. So it's quite convenient. After that, it's something more about the receiving cards. In here, you can also have the same information. And also, we will use the color to express the working status of all the receiving cards. Like here, if it is normal, then the color will be green. And when it's faulty, it turns red, risky, yellow. And when it's unknown, it will be grayed out. So, which means there might be some issues on the Ethernet cable. So you need to pay attention to that. And what's more, you can also have the monitoring card in here. For some of the customer, they will have some scenarios they need to use the monitoring card. So you can also check the working status of the monitoring card. It's the same thing. And also the modules. For some of the project, we will have a kind of module called smart module. So which means with the smart module, you can you can have all the information of each pixel on that. So which means you can have more monitoring information from your module in here. Okay, so this is all the information of the screen. So after that, we can move to the controller. Now, in this interface, you can have all the information of your controllers. Like in here, I'm sorry. Like in here, you can have all the operational information, like what is the name of that, what is the type, and then what is the firmware version, and also as you can see, all the things listed in here for the CPU usage, like the storage, and then the working status and the temp zone or the output resolution. You can have them all in here, and also the playback status. Like now, because this is asynchronous controller, like this is the cloud-based controller. It's RT series, so you can check the playback status. It's normal or it's paused or something. And also for something else, input source status and the backup Ethernet port, it's on or disabled, and the volume, the system, the screen status, and the available memories or something, and also the hardware storage. So you can have all the information in here. Then it's something basic, like just like said, the name of that and what is the serial number of that and the version of that. So this information will be really, really important for our technician to do the troubleshooting. So in the past, maybe if you need all this information, you need to go to on-site, but now you can just do it on VNNOX Care remotely. And what's more, here is something more detail, like something, it's like a table. If you do some changes on the controller, you can click the refresh in here, and then it will show the latest information. And also will be like a table. So when the technician asks for the information of this controller, you can just give them this screenshot, give them the screenshot of this. And what's more, in here, the Ethernet ports. Here will shows the working status and the information. It's in like it's in the primary or it's in the backup or something. And also something else. It's for the input video source. Like here, what is the video source, like what is the status of the video source. Like you can see for now, we're used in the HDMI now. So which means the video source is not from the internal, it's from the HDMI. And also some information of the HDMI, like the type of the source and the status and the position, like you can have the coordinates of the output. Okay, so in this page, you can have all the information of your controller. So for last thing, you can also have some peripherals like the camera I mentioned before. So which means you can add a camera like in front of your screen. So you can check them from here. You can have the real-time picture, real-time screenshots from the camera. So yeah, it's more convenient. And also you can like make it disabled or enabled in here. Okay, so this is all the thing about the monitoring. You can have all the monitoring information in this page. And next one, it's what we call alarm history. So here will shows you all the alarm that occurred before on this screen, like what kind of problem may occur on here. Like you can check in here we have some like monitoring card issues and or alarm. Like you can see we have a lot of alarms are related to the monitoring card. So maybe you need to pay more attention to the monitoring card. And what's more, something else. It's a receiving card, and you should go to check the receiving card, the working status of that. And also in here, you can choose a time duration. Just let's say if you want to check the stability of this controller of this system, like among last year, so you can select from the November 2024 to November 2025 in here. And also you can have something like filter. You can choose the type of the alarm and the level of the alarm. It's faulty or risky or something. Okay, then it's the diagnosis. So in here, like everything will be really easy. If there are some problems on your controller, so you need to locate where the problem is. So maybe you need the diagnosis. So now with the VNNOX Care, you can just do it remotely. Like you just need to click the run diagnosis here, then like seconds later or minutes later, you will have a report about the health status of your controller. And then we can go to check something on the assets. So the assets here will more like a notebook, which means you can save a lot of things related to this screen in here. Like first, the system backup files. So like when you build this project, you will make the project working. Like this is the first step. And after that, you need to prepare some backup files, like backup files for the screen, backup files for the controller. And after that, you can save all of these backup files in here. So as you can see, this is all the backup file I have saved in here. And when there's some problem occurs, then you can just click here to download or to upload to the screen. It's really convenient. And what's more, we can have some customer information like let's say you are a distributor and you have your own project and also you have your own end users, and let's say this project is for end user number one, so you can add the information of this end user, so you will know more about this project. And also you can save the screen warranty information in here, and also like the maintenance records, like how many times it has been maintained, and also the part information and the accessories like Like maybe you need a light sensor for this screen, maybe you need a monitoring card for this screen. So you can all write them down in this page. So you will have all the other information here. Okay, so the last one is our logs. So in here, you can have totally five different kinds of logs. So let's take a look at them one by one. First thing is alarm notification logs. Like you can see the alarm history, just like this one. And next is the LED detection logs. So which means it's some monitoring functions for the modules, like for the smart modules. And next is the system control logs. Like you can check who, like all the operations has been done on this system. Like here shows like on the fifth November, no, on the 5th October of 2025, like someone do the synchronous the time zone of this controller, and on the other day, like someone do something on the display control. Like you can have all the history in here. So the next thing it's about the online or the offline logs. So this will also be really helpful for the troubleshooting. So the technicians will know like the the behavior of this screen. So we will know if this screen like go online and offline normally or abnormally. So the last thing it's about the brightness adjustment logs. So it's the same thing. You can have all the operation history in here to check them. So this part is mainly for you or for the technician to do the troubleshooting in this part. Okay, so this is all the thing for your screens. Okay, we can move to the next part is the root templates. So just like we mentioned before, on VNNOX Care, we have the remote monitoring function, but we need to have the rules. Like we need to tell the VNNOX Care, we need to tell our platform how to behave, like what kind of situation is risky and what kind of situation is faulty. And when you detect all this problem, you need to report to me. So here it's where we do the configuration for the rules. Like in here, we have mainly three parts. So the first one is the general alarm rules. It's for your controller, it's for your screen and receiving card. And next one is the LED detection alarm rules. So this part is for the smart modules. And the last thing is the brightness templates. Okay, so we can check them. So in the general alarms rules, let's say we want to create a new rule in here. So we can click the configure rules. So first we need to fill in some basic information like what is the name of that and which email address you want to use to receive the alarms report and what is the time zone and for different life of the alarms like how many times you want to receive them. And here you can choose to receive the alarms or no, and the languages and the time you want to receive the email. Like here shows from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. So which means besides this time, you won't get bothered by our VNNOX Care platform and also some associate screen. Okay, then when we finish the basic information, then we can go to configure our rules. So we also have different parts. Let's say so for the first one, it's a sending card. So we will have some pre-provided options like what is the working status, like what is the input source status, Ethernet port redundancy, and hardware connection abnormal or something. So you will have some different dimension to check the screen to send you the alarms. So just like example, so the first one is called working status abnormal. So which means maybe the sending controller will like get stuck with no reason. And when our platform detect there might be some issues on here, so they will give it a level, like it's faulty or it's risky. It all depends on you. And after that, the platform will send you the alarm notification. And in here, you can choose to receive them immediately or after 1 minute, 10 minutes, or something. So that's because, let's say, for some of the system, let's see here might be some voltage issue on the receiving card, but maybe this just caused by the punctuation of the voltage. Maybe after 1 minute, 10 minutes or something, it will go back to normal. So actually, under this kind of situation, you don't have to receive any mm, alarm notification. So you can choose to receive the notification after 5 minutes. So which means we can give it some time to recover by itself. And also you can choose it to enable or close. Also the same thing in the receiving card, like working status abnormal and the voltage and the temperature. They're all the same. You can give them the level and choose like when to send the notification. And also for the monitoring card, so we will have some smoke sensor, light sensor, or the relay on here. You can also check the working status of them, and when there's some issues, you can ask our platform to send you the notification also. And same thing in the smart modules here. Okay, so now let's back to here. So this is the general alarm rules, and then we can go to the IOD detection alarms. Also, we can configure new rules in here, and now here is the name. And after that, here we'll give you the option to cite like what is the ratio of the bad pixels like in here. And after set them, you can like edit them like one more time if you want to renew these rules. Okay. And for the last thing is the brightness templates. So if you want to make the screen to adjust the brightness automatically, so you should do the rules in here. So just like here, we need to fill in the name of the rules. And after that, we will have two different kind of method to adjust the brightness. So the first thing is called automatic brightness adjustment. So which means you will have a timetable like in here. So this is the timetable. So let's see. Now you have a screen. You want this screen to you want the brightness to be adjusted to 20% when time goes to 6 a.m. Okay, then in time here we will choose 6 a.m. and we choose the specific brightness. And after that, we can like drag here so we can adjust it to 20 or something else. And then also if you want to adjust the gamma, you can also do that. So after that, you just need to click OK. Okay, so this is the automatic brightness adjustment. It's a timetable. And besides that, you can also have the ambient brightness mapping table in here. So which means for now you have a light sensor and you want to adjust the brightness of this screen through the light sensor. It's also the same. So you just need to click here, click new, and to cite the different value in here. Let's see now. When the ambient brightness is like 1000 lux, the screen brightness will go to like 10%. Okay, so that's all. You can click OK to cite them. And after that, you can also click another one. So let's see, this time when the ambient brightness is 2000, make the screen to show 20% of the brightness. Okay. Oh, the name. Click. Please complete in here. Yeah, we need to do them like all together, like do it one more time and then click OK in here. So you will have another template here. And after that, the screen will just behave as what you set in here. Okay, so here is all the rules, like the places we set all our rule templates. So this is all the information we can get from the screen operation and the management. So next, we can move to our project solution, the handy tool I mentioned to you guys before. Okay, so now we want to, let's say we want to create a new solution. We just need to click here and we will give it the name. Let's say it's a solution of Casper. Okay, now we got into this interface. So let's just start to do our new project solution. So first, here it's some information that are required, which means the basic information. So first, you need to choose the country or the region, because here's something related to the certification, because like for different regions, like they have different kinds of certifications in here. So after that, you can choose the calculation methods. So which means the size of this screen. Okay, so the first thing you can choose to use the screen size. Let's say the width is 6 meter, the height is 4 meter or something. And also you can use the resolution, like you want to have a 2K, 4K, 8K, or 3000 pixels by 1500 pixels. And what's more, you can set the quantities of the modules or the cabinets. Like I want to have 10 cabinets on the width and 5 cabinets on the height. Both are okay. So maybe in here we will use the screen resolution, and I want to have a 4K screen. So after you select them, here will shows you the information automatically. Like you can see the width, it's 3840 by 2160. It's a really typical 4K. And after that, you need to check you want to use the module or you want to use the cabinet. So maybe I will use the cabinet. And in the manufacturer here, you can choose to have some specified manufacturer. So in here, we will have some like cooperator module manufacturer like Epson, Unilumi, or something, but it's in the future. So which means in the future, we will have them all, like they're cooperate with us. So we will have all their information in here. So for now, we can choose the general. So in the general here, you can also do it by yourself. Let's say now you need to choose the pixel pitch. Let's see, I have a 0.9 pixel pitch screen. So after you fill in all this basic information, you will have an overview of your screen. So this is a screen, like you can see what is the actual dimension in here and the square of the area and the resolution and total pixels in here. So actually now it's enough. You can just click next to do something else. But what if you have some special requirements? Okay, so we can deal with all your special requirements in here in the advanced configuration. So just like here. So this is the advanced functions we have listed in here. Like if some of our customer they want this screen to be pixel to pixel, it's okay. You just need to select that. And what's more, like maybe for some of our customer they want to use this screen for some camera shooting scenarios, and maybe you need to use the shutter 3D, and maybe you need HDR or something else. So you can do it by yourself. You can just select them or unselect. Both are okay. And also, we have some choices for the input connectors. Like you can choose whatever you want in here. Let's say some of the customers they want to use the HDMI, but the others they prefer the DP. Like both are okay. Let's say now I want to have a HDMI 2.0. Okay, now this is my solution, and I just need to click next. Okay, as you can see, it's really fast. It's really quick. Then you can just get all your solutions in here. Okay, first on the top in here, our system will give you different choices for you to use. Like as you can see, the main differences between them is the controller. Like this one is the TU4K Pro. So this is our TU series. And then VX 2000 Pro, this is our VX Pro series. And also the H, the coax, and the really traditional one, M Control 4K, and something. So oh, I'm sorry. Wow. Well, something happened, but it's okay. Okay, so in here, it's all the solutions you can have. And under that, it's some details information like what is this controller and how many you need and what is the loading capacity of that. And also it will shows you what kind of software you maybe need for this project solution, for this project. And also let's say we want to use the VX 2000 Pro. Yeah, in here, this is the information of the controller, as you can see. And also, our our platform consider that maybe for such a big screen, you need a media server. So it will give you this media server and list in here. So this is our ET1SG. It's a really, it's a really yeah, it's a really good media server. But if you don't want it, it's okay. You want to use your computer, then it's okay. You just need to delete it. Yep, that's all. And then it's some accessories, like if you need the long Ethernet cables and the short Ethernet cables. The long Ethernet cables is between your controller and the receiving card, and the short Ethernet cables are between the cabinets. You know that. And also, if you want to use something more, like you want to use the light sensor, you can just fill in here. You need one, then click OK. Okay, then you will have a light sensor in this solution. Okay, so the next thing is the connection about the receiving card. So this must be familiar for you guys because this is a screen connection on the Nova LCT or on the VMP or something else. So it will shows you, like it will give you a guidance how to connect all these cabinets all together. So for this one, you can see all the Ethernet cable, they are like vertical. You can also change that to the parallel in here. Okay. And after that is the topology of this whole system. Like in here, if you have the ET1SG, the media server, then you will have the media server itself and also the monitor. And after that, you will have the video cable to the VX 2000 Pro. and then it go through the Ethernet cable to your LED display. And here we'll show you like what kind of cables you need in here. Okay, so now we already have our solutions. You can save it on the VNNOX platform. Okay, you can also share it to your customer. Like after you click share, we will create a copy link. So you can a link. You can just copy this link to your customer or your colleague or something. And what's more, you want to download it as a package? Yeah, it's okay. You just need to choose the solution package. But what if you want this to be more simple? You can just download as a PDF. And also, if you just need the cable routing diagram, you can just download it. And also, if you need a material list for all these devices, you can choose to download as Excel in here. So this is all the thing about our project solution. It's a really I think it's really user friendly and it's a really effective tools for you to create a new solution, like compared with the old methods. Like it's really traditional way. You need to select the controller, you need to make the screen connection by yourself, and maybe you are not familiar enough with the controller. You need to check with the technician. Then you need to communicate with them like one by one. It's really time cost. So with the project solution, everything will be really, really easy. Okay, so here it's the project solution. So then we can go to the next part. So in the file center. So in the file center, just like I mentioned, we will have different kind of files saved in different parts. So the first one is the configuration files. So in here, we already have some pre-provided RCFGX file. It's based on different kind of the manufacturer. Just like you can see, we have cooperated with the Epson, with BOE, and with like different kind of with different the manufacturer. So you will have some typical configuration file in here. So in the future, we will make it like complete. So which means we'll try our best to have all the configuration file in here. So everything will be really easy. So after that, it's the program packages. So which means here saved all the firmware, all the different firmware in this part. So for now, we have all of our receiving cards, like the MS card, like the A5S Plus, A10S something, and also the MRV, and also some other modes in here. So in the future, we will also add all the firmware of the controller, of the accessories in here. So in that case, if you need the latest version of the firmware, you just need to go to check your VNNOX Care. You don't have to go to the like website or something or ask the technician for the latest version. And then it's the personal files. So in the personal files, you can save your own file in here. Let's say I'm the owner of this main account, and I have some end users, and I can save all of the configuration file or the firmware version in here. So when my end user comes to me to ask for the configuration file or the firmware version file, I can just tell them, go to check the VNNOX Care platform. We have all the file in here. So the last thing is the shared files. So which means you can also share files through our VNNOX Care platform. So you just need to share your file in here to another account. Then they will receive your file in here, and all the file will saved in here. It won't get lost. Okay. So with this file center, like everything will be more effective. Like you can manage all of your different files in here, no matter configuration files um, or the firmware version file in here. Okay, so the last two things. So the first is the permission. So in here, just like I said, you can create some sub account and you can give them different permission. Like you can give them different rules. Like if you're boss, then I will give you all the power, all the right of the operation. But if you're end user, I will only give you the power to check the information of the screen. And also you can check them as a work group. Like maybe the group one is the company number one and the group number two is the company number two. So it's really effective for you to manage all of your sub accounts in here. And the last, it's the personal settings. Like you will have your own information of this account in here. Okay. So this is some like introduction of our VNNOX Care platform. So what's more, in the future, we will have some new functions on our VNNOX Care. So the first thing is what we call our project solution. So we have launched the project solution for months, and we have been collecting the feedback from our customer, and we do some analysis for all of their requirements, and then we want to make new progress on our project solution to optimize it, to make it as a totally complete handy tool. So in here, I will show you guys a new function, so which is the different size cabinet splicing. So a lot of customers they mentioned that actually on site they will have some different size of the cabinets, like the big one and small one. They want to splice them all together, but on our project solution they cannot do the solution like this. They cannot have the solution with different size of the cabinets. So now we have it now. So now, let's see. Okay, we have a cabinet with the pixel pitch of 2, and here is the dimension of the cabinets, and here is the resolution of that. And now you will have a bigger or a smaller cabinets to splice with that. You just need to click the autofill screen. Then it will give you the preview of the solution. And also you can go to edit them. So in here, you can check. These two are the different size of the cabinets. And in here, you can change the map of them. Let's say you don't want like 14 rows of this smaller cabinets. You can just revise as 10. And now you want to use more bigger cabinets, you just need to like fill in, let's say 5. Okay, so now this is the solution. Maybe it's you want, but maybe it's maybe you want to have some new settings. You can also like change in here, change them to different values and different kind of splicing. Okay, so this is the new function we will bring to the main line in the future. It's about like 1 month later, and also we will have more new function in here, just like the multiple screens. Like you can configure more than one screen at the same time, and also we will have some new functions for the ultra large screen and the ultra long screen. So this will all be done like at the end of this year, yeah, which is the end of the December. Okay, so this it's all the thing about the VNNOX Care. which means this is all the thing for the presentation today. Okay, now let's take a look at the questions. Okay, then. Okay, guys, so do you have any questions about the content for today, about our VNNOX Care platform, or about the project solution, or the upgoing functions? Like any other questions, you can just list in here. You can just type in the chat box. Okay, then perfect. If you don't have any questions, then this is all the thing for today. And if you want to, okay, could you please mail me a copy of this recording? Yeah. Okay. Of course. But we already record this online presentation, and about 1 week later, we will upload this video on our YouTube channel. So at that moment, you just need to go to the YouTube to search Nova Star, and then you will see this video. Okay, about the controller registration time, could you please explain how long it will take for the controller to register in the system? Sometimes. Okay. Yeah, I have CEO questions. Yeah, so I don't know if this is a problem or not, but sometimes it happens. Like sometimes when I register the screen on the platform, it's really quick, just like 1 second. But sometimes it takes a long time. But we did some tests in our company. So I think the main factor is about the Ethernet, like the situation of the Ethernet, because sometimes it could be caused by the punctuation of the network. So could you also clarify which screen settings take priority? Okay. Okay, so basically today we only talk about the VNNOX Care. So just remember, VNNOX Care is mainly for the monitoring, the remote monitoring and the project solution. So with the VNNOX Care, you can check your screen, like check the working status of your screen, check the information of your screen remotely, and also you will have the project solution. You can do the new solution. You can create a new solution with this handy tool. And then for the VNNOX standard, this is another platform in VNNOX. So the VNNOX standard is for remote publishing, which means you need to use our specific type of the controller. Let's say TU series or the TB series. You need to use this controller, and then with the conjunction of the VNNOX standard, you can send the content remotely. So this is the differences between the VNNOX Care and the VNNOX standard. For the VNNOX Care, it's remote monitoring, and for the VNNOX standard, it's remote publishing, remote content publishing. And for the VPlex is the same thing as the VNNOX standard, but the VNNOX standard is based on the web page, and the VPlex is the software you add on your computer. Yes, you can do both. You can do the brightness setting or the schedule on VNNOX Care, and also on the VNNOX and also on the VNNOX standard. So this is not the main function. So the main function for VNNOX Care is to monitor, and the main function for the VNNOX standard is to remotely publish the content. Just like you can have two different places to adjust the brightness. So is that clear? So it's just like you can have more way to adjust the brightness. Like for now, if you are using the VNOX standard platform, you're publishing the content, and you find the brightness of the screen might be a little bit abnormal. Then you can just use the VNOX standard to adjust the brightness. You don't have to transfer to the VNOX Care to adjust the brightness, and vice versa. If you are logging in with the VNNOX Care now, you want to adjust the brightness, you can also use the VNNOX Care. It's just like you can have more possibility to adjust the brightness. Okay, so any other questions? Okay, if you don't have any questions, or maybe you have some really specific questions later, then you can contact with our email, like just as I sent in the mailbox. It's called support@novastar.tech. So you can contact us with this email. This is our official support email. Okay, then, guys, so this is all for today. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. So, have a good day. Bye bye.